Welcome. Thanks for joining, man. Thanks everybody for being here. Hobby News Daily, late night. I've got a lot to get over, or to share with you guys. Get out tonight. I can't get over. Anyway, let's jump into it. Here's that volume button. We'll pause that and then go ahead and switch over to the presentation mode. I need to figure out how I can present and then see the screen at the same time. Because when I'm in presentation mode, when I'm right here, I cannot see if you're chatting, if you're here. Like I'm in kind of like, it kind of irks me. Like I gotta be doing something wrong here as a StreamYard user. Does anybody know how to do this? Where should I be able to see other people, the chat, while I'm presenting? Like right now, you're looking at absolutely the biggest card ever, Monster 101 card. Dude, this is pretty cool. This is Grunt Dad Sports Cards, which I'm a big fan of his channel. I've been following him for a while. He puts out together really good content on channels, on pop counts, on stuff. You just great numbers, shares his own breaks, his own stuff. Here he is in a break. Clearly he's on the whatnot. And I'll be honest, he's on what I refer to as the wheel of shit. I hate these wheels, man. This is why I can't stand whatnot, by the way. I cannot stand these little parlor games, but that's me because he does well in his little parlor game here. Let's go ahead and play the tape. Actually, you guys can hear my volume on this. I'm going to run this for you real quickly. So I don't know how much he paid for this spot, but he ends up getting the Steelers. Yeah, I'm not gonna play this whole thing for you. Let me just fast forward here. Here's what's important. Bam. That is one. What was it? Panini one of one. Kenny Pickett. Look at all those beautiful chunky pieces. You got a Nike swoosh. You got the NFL little patch. You got the player thing. You got the. And that's a beautiful card, man. That is a beautiful card. And he hit it. And here's why I bring this video up to your attention. Not just because it's a cool hit. I recommend check it out. But because the guy says, dude, Grunt Dad Sports Cards is legendary. Don't you follow his channel? And I thought to myself, that is awesome, man. And here's what I will say. Even I, every now and then, somebody, when I'm going to break, oh, I know Ziggy. I've heard of Ziggy. So I will say there's like this, I'm going to call it like D-list YouTube fame that people have. I'm putting myself there. Grunt Dad is probably more like a B-lister. I'm more of like a D-lister. But I just love the fact that they are recognized. And I also say this too. Being recognized makes me feel confident he's going to get that card. That YouTube, that whatnot guy's not dipping with that card. I'm not worried about that. Now, again, I don't worry about that often anyway, but I'm pretty confident he's going to get that card. I can't wait to hear more about it, what he does with the card. I'm just super excited. That is awesome. I mean, I get in breaks. I love breaks, man. Love breaks. I don't drop my channel information when I'm in breaks, but I'm not hiding the fact that I'm Ziggy. If you know me from somewhere in the hobby, you know me. So some people recognize me. Hey, Ziggy, I see you're in the break or something like that. So I don't know. It is what it is. Let's talk about when notoriety goes wrong. Oh, damn it. This is Sports Card Radio today, right? I hate this damn commercials. You're probably thinking, Ziggy, why do you have the commercials? I don't know. Say count to five. So this is Sports Card Radio here. Okay, so this video, I'm sure you've seen this. Sports Card Radio came out today with what I thought was one of the best videos they've done. First of all, I love the theme. They're making fun of chasing cardboard on a couple levels here. They're making fun of the whole chasing cardboard. They're chasing scammers. I love them calling in with Dan the Card Man and AIH. I thought that was amazing. I also want to point out that, again, these guys are great at just telling a story. I'll leave it at that. They bring to attention cardboard, chasing cardboard here. I forget what's this guy. So I'll make a long story short. You probably saw the video anyway. Chasing cardboard posted a thing for auction, and it says in here, auto on card rare. Auto on card rare. See, I'll be honest. I don't think I would put that on there. Anyway, he posts this. Buyer verifies it's probably not authentic, and calls out the chasing cardboard guy and says, hey, I just want you to know it's not authentic. I'm going to withdraw my bid or whatever. Chasing cardboard guy said, fine. Then he does repost it. And I guess the point here is like, why did he post it in the first place? Now, chasing cardboard guy does come out. He's even put on his own channel. I'm sorry, man. I posted something up that a guy told me he thought, he said was signed in person or whatever. I trusted the guy, so I posted it. I'd say this. It's interesting. A reason I'm bringing this to your attention is I'm tying it into the influencer, or if you're a YouTube D-lister, B-lister, or A-lister, like I'd say Chasing Cardboard is, you're under a different microscope. People are going to look at you differently. They really are. And I think they're going to treat you differently. Like, you might have even been baited into this, dude. The guy might have been asking you and they got it verified. But I'll just say this. And the first question is, why do this in the first place? Like, why even list this? Because you know you're on a different pedestal, or you should know you're on a different pedestal. You should realize you're under a different set of eyes. I'll put it this way. Jeff Wilson knows he's under a different set of eyes. People watch every damn thing the man does. He takes a picture like this, punching their Super Mario guy, and people are making memes about it, right? So he's our A-list. You've got to assume a B-lister, D-lister, A-lister, like Chasing Cardboard should be thinking about this. Like, why even do this, dude? Why'd you even post in the first place? I'll say this. It's funny. I've got some autographs. I've got them right here. These are from Panini, a Panini VIP party. I did not attend, but I bought the package back in 2016. I bought the VIP package. And I got the autographs. These are autographed pictures, photos. And I think they even say Panini on the back. They're not certified. I have never felt comfortable posting those or selling them because I don't know if they're authentic. I assume they are, but I don't know they are. I have not gotten them authenticated by Beckett or anybody and done that. That's not the thing I'm into. I'm not in that type of world. I even have this thing right here. But again, even this, I think, has a certificate on the back. My point is, dude, why would you post something? Like, that's what I think's wrong. And I agree with Sports Card Radio for calling this out and calling attention to Chasing Cardboard. I don't think what Chasing Cardboard did was wrong. I'm not saying what they did is wrong, but what they did is human. I know other people who've done similar things. Well, I didn't know. You know, it's a burden on him. I wasn't asking a lot. It was an auction. But there's a lot of things you can use as justification for why you do something. Your behavior. I justify my behavior because. But sometimes you just ask, why do the behavior in the first place? Right? Like, if you pull the car off the side of the road and you're peeing on the side of the road, you're like, man, I really do the bathroom. I'm like, I understand that, but why are you peeing on the side of the road? And I pee on the side of the road when I've had to. Okay, my kids have to pee on the side of the road. I'm using that as an analogy because I'm just thinking about somebody giving me grief about peeing on the side of the road. And I'm a road peer. Not myself, but I support road peeing. This is another great one. I'm just going to drop this in here. You guys check out the video. I don't have, someday I'm going to get audio going. I'll play clips. I'll have like this little screen in the background where Hobby News Daily will come up and there'll be like a little image right here, you know, a little hologram. Anyway, this is a video from Opossum Bud, basically showing this woman who jacks this kid's ETB box. And really long story. Kid comes in, he puts his ETB box over here. He's here with his parents. Woman sees it. She grabs it, moves it, hides it over here. Then she proceeds to play with her kid. And the other family's playing. They're looking for their ETB box, and she's pretending she doesn't know where it is. And they kind of are interacting together. And as soon as they'll leave, as soon as she sees them leave, knowing that they're looking for the box, hey, have you seen her box? She picks it up and leaves. And it's Opossum Bud points out, this is a $50 fucking box of cards, dude. It's not even like it's unique. It's Pokemon retail. Oh my God. People are the hobby. I want to share this with you. Big fan of Extreme Card Breaks. These are some great content, great videos. He brought to attention, again, the Panini Redemption pack out of basketball. Apparently these were going out or went out. These are the, and again, he has it up here. If you had a redemption in basketball between 2010 and 2019, and it was under, I think it was $15 to $20 in value, they were sending you a sparkle pack. Well, I'm just going to share with you. I never got any of these. I mean, I have 12 outstanding redemptions. Only down to 12. I was up at 24 when I started my channel 3 years ago, bitching. You can look back at some of those. So I'm down pretty considerably. I have to go get some new redemptions now. But I didn't get any of these packs, which makes me, I want to say two things. None of the cards that I had were deemed to be this low in value, which I'm shocked. Like, how bad does a card have to be this low in value? And I actually think in this example, if you're getting these sparkle packs, the sparkle packs are a greater value than a $15 or $20. I bet you these sparkle packs go for a lot more than $15 to $20, right? I have this up here. This is kind of showing you some of my outstanding redemptions, man. I don't think I'm sharing anything private, right? But you can see when these are put in, opened, created a date. Look at these. That's 19, 16, 17, 16. And many of these, I'll be honest, are not what I would consider huge. There's like two of them that I think are multiple $100 redemptions. Moving along, bring your attention to this, man. I don't know if you guys got into this. I don't know if you still can. But this project, the Diamond King project, Dick Perez is going to be at the National on Friday. I'm not going to be there to see him. I did back the project. I'm super excited about this. Shout out to Mike, baseball card collector, part of Chasing Cardboard, by the way. Good group of guys. Recommended this, and I think he was the only one who recommended this. And I've talked about it several times. I'm super excited about this project. I spent $100 on this, and but only 295 backers. Wow! And they are sending us all this stuff, man. Actually, not all this stuff. These are the rewards available. But you're getting this. You're getting the pack of cards, and then you get some extra things. I mean, what I'm looking for is the 100 card set. That's what I'm excited about. You're getting the 100 card set. 100 card set. It's not a 100 card set. $100 for the card set you receive, and they're numbered at them. And here's where I want to bring your attention here. Is there really this many left? And it says $2.99 here, and it says $4.99 here. So I'm bringing this to your attention because I already pledged. But if you want to, I do recommend check this project out. Go over. And all I did is I went to, I actually did Dick Perez, Diamond Kings Kickstarter on Google, and it took me here. I logged in. But when it brings me here, I already have the cookies and logged in. So it takes me directly to I've already pledged. I don't think I could pledge again for a second pack. That's my point. My pledging for most there. So anyway, it looks to me like this seems way underused. There's only 172 left of the $2.99, and then here it says only $4.99 sets will be produced. I'm curious. They've met their goals. They've been doing very well with it. Their financial goals. I guess people are making big donations, but there's more cards available. There's going to be an Otani in here, man. This is pretty sick, right? You got these kind of. Can I see these? You got the Otani. Clemente, Diamond Kings. Anyway, moving along. This ship today dropped, ripped, whatever. I saw a rip of this today. I'll share that with you in a moment. The reason I'm bringing this to your attention is I'm a Montgomery member for the first time ever this year. And I'm feeling like, what the fuck did I do? Because this was the first exclusive thing you could buy. I think this was. What was this? Or could you get the Bowman? I don't think we got Bowman early. I think that was one of the things you're upset about. We did not get Bowman Sapphire early. It was in the Dutch auction. So I think this was the first exclusive thing was you're going to get to access to Return of the Jedi early. You can buy 2 boxes now and 2 boxes the next day. I was all feeling super excited. Well, then they dropped it again today. Now, it did sell out today, but they dropped it again today at $230. Which made me think to myself, what's so special about this? A couple of things I want to make note. Next time they drop something like this, keep in mind, don't go out and buy those pre-ordered prices. People are paying $300 a box for Return of the Jedi. And clearly, it was $230 on release day today. Now, maybe it's $250 now, maybe it's $300 now, but just be aware there's apparently a lot more opportunities to get these projects besides the Montgomery drop and then the pre-order drop and then the release day drop. There's 50,000 times you can buy these products now, which makes me wonder, what the hell? And we'll say I watched one of these things, bro. So here's a guy ripping it. A couple things I think about. There's only 2 numbered cards per box. That means they made a shitload of this stuff. You can figure it out. If you get the checklist, you get the numbers, some geek will break the number, tell me how many were printed, right? There's probably 20,000, 30,000, 100,000 these boxes made. But I watched this rip, and just look at these cards, man. It looks cartoonic. I do not like it, Sam I Am. I do not like these cards, I Am. Sam I Am. I just do not like. Others, the freaking sapphires are just pop. They look crisp. This looks cartoonic, right? You can see they use their iPhone to color lift, Jabba, Chewie, and Leia, and just lay them on some sapphire. That's ugly, dude. That's just absolutely ugly. That's the ugliest sapphire cards I've ever seen. And sadly, I have a couple boxes in the mail coming to me right now. I'm going to likely dump these at the whatever price they're going for right now and just move on this because I don't think I want to open these. I thought I could open them. There'd be a couple I'd want to keep for a PC. There's not one of these I'd want to keep for a PC. The only thing I could hope is if I open it, I get a big card that I could sell and make my money back. But I'd rather just sell the damn boxes right now. I just think these are ugly. I'm going to bring to attention. I don't know if I talked about this earlier, but hey, if I didn't, I'm going to talk about it again. eBay expanding their vault service. I have some cards coming back from PSA, and I actually was going to move them to the eBay vault. It was on my kind of horizon. By this time, I can move them to the eBay vault, or I was even looking at Golden or whatever. But I have a bunch of basketball Monopoly cards coming back, and I was going to move them to a vault, be ready for the season. And thankfully, I watched Neo's video the other day, and I'll talk about Neo in a moment. But eBay really needs to fix his vault labeling thing. Really needs to fix that. His video he made about this the other day is great. Talks about how when eBay takes the item into their vault, they list the item and they list the item by Bowman shiny card number 5. They don't give you like Bowman refractor first auto. They don't let you customize the title or let you put the right words in there, and that is going to cripple people on their valuation. And also in their control. If I put my card in the vault, I want to be able to label it whatever the hell I want to label it. You can correct me if I did something incorrect, but don't label it for me. So I will say, one of the national, it's one of the things I'm going to talk to eBay about. I want to go up, and I'm surprised someone hasn't, like someone with bigger balls in the, A list, B list, hasn't brought this to the attention of eBay. Like, Jeff, if you're watching, Jeff, ask eBay, why the hell we can't fix this, dude? I mean, Neo is pretty big, and Neo's bitching about this. He's a B lister, A lister. To put together the list. The A list, B list, C list influencers in the hobby. That'd be a cool video. Anyway, thought I'd bring it to your attention. Next, I'll move on here. Damn it. Next video is Neo talking about ComC is going to this direct to grade. Now, it's interesting. I got this email today too, but I didn't think it was worthy of its own video because when I read it, I was like, so what's the news? Like, what's changed? I'll show you what I mean here. Okay. So ComC has announced this direct to grading. And here's what my understanding is. Now you can send your cards to ComC. Instead of before you'd send them to them and they would give them some type of rough grade, scratch, edges, whatever. They make an image and they list it for you. Now you can send them to ComC. You can wax them, polish them, trim them, do whatever you feel you want to do. Send them to ComC, and for $1, ComC will hold them for you, and then they'll send them off to the grading company that you want them to. And right now, the only choice you have is CSG. So they'll take the ones you send them for $1. They're not even going to wipe them, screen them, clean them, nothing. They're just going to take them for $1 and hand them to CSG for you. So then when CSG grades them, they come back into your account and they're ready to be available to sell. Now, interesting. It's interesting, but it's got holes in it. It's as many holes as the eBay vault does. First of all, why are you not? Why? I don't like that direct to grading. I guess in their mind, like that way you don't have to worry about us touching or messing up your cards. No, I want an expert to actually help me and tell me this one shouldn't be graded, or hey, I found a thumbprint here we wiped off. That's what I want in a service, Also, I guess my question is, does that mean I can't grade cards that are already in my account that you've already touched, that you've already, made some notes on, said, hey, it was damaged or not, or it looks good, whatever? Can I not grade those cards? Can I only grade cards that I send in direct and give you an extra freaking $1 for? Like, that seems to be a bottleneck. That doesn't seem to make sense to me. I will point out, Neo, and I applaud him for this, does say that his video he does talking about this is sponsored by ComC. He's a sponsored spokesperson for ComC, and he talks about it, walks through it. He doesn't kind of talk about some of these problems. And I don't say this is a bad thing, Neo. I just think that, again, what they should allow is that they should allow whether it comes in directly from me. I like the fact they're willing to say no touch. I could have put ones that I waxed and trimmed and say, hey, please don't touch these, just sub them. And the reason for that is if I'm a good trimmer, I start using ComC to be my washer. You see what I'm saying? Like, this is going to be a great whitewashing service. It's interesting they're doing that when you think about it, right? Maybe that's why they're doing it. They want to separate it. So they come back, hey, this one's been trimmed all the time. Well, user number 45 is trimming them. Anyway, the reason I raise your attention is I do look for the day when ComC will take any card and will let me send it to PSA. Now, hopefully PSA and others will be offered, but I hope they get to PSA at some point. They used to do back, and I want to bring up this pretty cool flashback. This is, god damn it. This is what happens when you prep everything and you talk too damn long and then everything gets logged out. BA3. Check this out. This is Elite Grading Submissions. This is my ComC account. I've had this for many, many years, and I want to bring to your attention. Look, back in the day, they had their own grading where they just tell you the condition. For $2, they tell you what the condition of the card was. This is a Brandon Ingram Silver Prism, the base Silver Prism back in the day. $2 to get that review. And then I have here Origins, Ezekiel Elliott, Brandon Ingram that I submitted to BGS, and it came back today at 9.5, $14. But here's one that I still think about all the time. Here's Giannis. Oh my God, dude. We opened a case of that stuff, that innovation 2013, 2014. We had tons of Giannis rookies. We didn't get any autographs of Giannis, right? We got a Lillard rookie or something like that, maybe. But anyway, this is one of the ones I had. I remember getting this graded. I want to say this card sold for maybe $99, maybe $100 in my ComC account. I'm pretty sure. If I went back by $100, I sold this card. That true gem mint. Corners were sharp 10s. 9.5, 9.5, 9.5. Back in the day, man. Back in the day, graded again. Centicom 6. I just want to get rid of it. These are back when again people didn't care. And I think people love or I kept my autographs and relics. Okay, but people didn't care about refractors in 2017, 16. This card got graded, and here it is today. Not the same card, but I just want you to see. Look at this. It's a $2,600 card, dude. That's just absolutely sick. Absolutely sick. It's crazy. Share this with you. I talked about Fanatics Live the other day. I'm a huge fan of it. I also try everything. So I did submit an application to be a seller on Fanatics Live. Hey, if I get on here, dude, I will do breaks. I will do the coolest freaking breaks. They'll be limited, probably one night a week. Be Ziggy's live breaks on Fanatics. And I'm going to do them as close as I can to cost. I will just do it just for the entertainment value. I really will. I really hope I get this opportunity. I'm just telling you about it because I don't want you to see when you see I'm on Fanatics. Well, Ziggy sold out of Fanatics. No, I'm doing it because I want to try everything. I'm going to criticize. If I'm going to be critical of it, I think I need to try it. I'll tell you, I did apply for Whatnot back in the day. Then they came to me when they were looking for influencers, and I turned down the influencer thing. I didn't want to do that, and I didn't get offered $10,000. Somebody offered that. They were like, "So we're looking at influencers, so you have followers." They sent some, general email to me, and I just blew it off. I think I got some Slack messages, or not Slack, but DMs about it too. But I never followed up on that. Now I will say maybe I don't know. I just don't like Whatnot. I've seen Whatnot. I've used Whatnot. I'm gonna do a review, do a video on it. I just don't like Whatnot. But I'm excited about Fanatics. Just quickly want to remind you that the Stranger Things blaster boxes are still on sale at Netflix. Why do I bring that up? I don't know. I'm in the drop tomorrow for Stranger Things. I expect that's going to go pretty fast, and we'll talk about that more. Why do I have Crosstown Cardboard up? Big fan of these young men. Looking forward to seeing them at the National if I can. There was something I was talking about in that video, but I can't remember now. It's not critically that important. There's something else that bring your attention to. They got to the end, and then I can't remember what it was. Well, let's break. And let's go back. See if we got any comments. Oh, wow. We got some people in the room. I love it. 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 Late night. Midday there, Korean Cardboard. Good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. Thank you always for your support. Big fan of your channel too, man. Money, money, money. Wow. 120 a pack. Damn, when did you become the voice of authority and having? It's a good question. Buyer's Romance, Ramos. I don't think I have mixed feelings for Neo. I like him more than I don't. I've been critical of him in the past, but I've said I think he's probably one of the best influencers in the hobby. He's very real about it. Like even the fact he talks about his cheat code, he's honest about telling you, hey, I get money from my channels. When I make a video, I make $30, and that $30 comes in the consideration. I open a box. I respect that. I also respect the fact, and I appreciate the fact that people listen to him. He's real. He's doing stuff. I could be more critical of others. I don't want to mention it, but I won't say he's the authority of the hobby, but he has, he definitely has a voice. People know who he is. And I'd ask you guys, would you put him on an A list or B list in the hobby? Like, when you think A list, I think of Jeff Wilson. I think of even Gary Vee in some level, and Gary Vee probably doesn't think about the hobby at all. But he's got to be at least B in my opinion, and only in the reach. I think he's got great insights and does a lot of good things. Near is the Wolf Blitzer of the hobby. I don't think he is, because I will say there are certain things he doesn't do. Right? There's certain things he doesn't touch. Like, for example, I'll say this. I mentioned the other day, an influencer knows that there's certain things they will or won't say because of what the impact is. Not all the time. Even when we're live, I'm going live, there's certain things I'm trying to say in my mind. Well, don't say this, Ziggy. Don't say that. But you're not going to say certain things. You're not going to take negative positions. And he's strategically smart about not insulting people. He does a very good job of talking to everybody. He get interviews with them and almost everybody. He's very real. Yeah, I can't argue. And I don't know, maybe this is part of Mike Geo's stick. I'll tell you, the first time I met him was, I found him on YouTube, and then I found out he was backed by the Ringer. I remember talking to him. I thought we had a conversation, a phone conversation, or it might have been a voiceover. What's that? The app. But basically, it was back when he was being run by the Ringer, and I was 2020. I'm like, you have a staff? He's talking about he's a staff, helps put together sports car content. I'm like, well, if you ever need any help, I'd be happy to give you some tips and stuff. And he's kind of talked down to me like, well, if I need help, I'll let you know, but I'm pretty good here. He's always been kind of arrogant. So maybe that's just his stick. Maybe that's just the way he is. I wish he would be more open. I'll tell you this. Everybody that I annoy in the hobby, everybody that I get in their face or call something to attention, I'm only hoping that you use your platform to do better, more good with it than bad, right? Like what bothers me about Mike Geo is that asshole, and I'm going to say this right now, has had the monopoly on the Panini NFTs. He's the only one who controls the Panini NFTs, the ability to immediately issue those to people. He has some relationship with them. And that bothers me, dude. He's, in my opinion, destroyed the NFT project. That could be doing so much better if it wasn't under his boot. Now, again, it's under him. He's the voice of it. At least the public voice I've seen. I can't talk to anybody at Panini who helped me. Every Panini who was there doing it's left. So again, the company, in my opinion, you got Panini, the Panini NFTs, and you got Mike Geo giving away free packs, and that pisses me off. Mike Geo has a lot of Dame cards he's looking to sell. That's ridiculous. I'll tell you, a lot of reasons those breakers have cards. I'm going to tell you this too. A lot of reasons breakers have a lot of these PC cards is because they get stuck on chargebacks or buybacks or deals that don't fall through or teams that don't fill that they end up buying themselves. That's why they get a lot of inventory. Well, I've been PCing Dame. Yeah, it's like no one was buying the Pelicans or not the Pelicans, Portland for the last 5 years. Netflix. Neo has a radio accent to me. He does. He's got a radio voice. He's very well spoken. Dude, what's up, Great Falls, Montana? I love your summer trips, man. I was thinking about that last year when you were out somewhere else, busting packs ERB. If you guys aren't following ERB, I recommend. I'm a big fan. Eat, rip, bet. Right? Eat, rip, bet. I want to see some more eating and betting videos. Although we'll talk at the National about betting and eating. I can't wait to catch up with you, man. I'll be there on Thursday. But a big fan of your channel. Love your baseball content. In fact, it's funny. I was thinking about you and who's the guy step out of the box. It's coming up. I can't think of his name. And there's another guy I listen to, Grip and Rip. And Grip and Rip kind of annoys me because he's so, I don't know. Grip and Rip is like, he's the Topps hater. He's always negative on Topps. You guys are at least critical, but you're positive and you kind of make me feel good about the hobby when I watch you, ERB. When I watch Grip and Rip, I feel like all he does is he hates on Topps. On your way home, Neil. Safe travels, buddy. Safe travels. Mike-O, what's up, buddy? Love your channel. Love listening to you. Very influential guy. A lot of people using Mike-O. Love your auctions. Love the stuff you put out there, man. Hope to see you at the National as well. Looking forward to the National. Me too, man. Me too. Yeah, we need more eating. I have so many questions about the eating contest. Like, here's one I'm going to ask you. Really weird. It does seem to me like a lot of the people who are in the eating contest are actually physically fit. Is that crazy? That's just a weird observation. Like, it's not like some huge person's going to win the hot dog contest. Joey Chestnut's, he's got a dad bod. You're a very, I would say you look skinny, but you're a healthy looking guy for a food eating contest person. So I was wondering, like, these guys are like, also, here's another question. Do you guys throw it all up? Oh, that's the part I don't think I can deal with, man. Do you throw it up? Are you used to that? Like taking an ice bath? There's so many questions, ERB. You could talk to us about the backside of eating challenges. Like, like in wrestling, they starve their bodies to make their way. They're sweating themselves to cut weight or whatever. Love to hear the dark side of the eating challenges. Does he talk about drugs too? Does he talk about drugs too? Who does? I don't know who you're talking about. Oh, Neo talk about drugs? I don't think so. Metabolism thing. It helps to have a high. Yeah, see, it must do that. So, and again, I don't want to ask too many questions. We'll talk about that later. Let me see. What else did I want to talk about real quickly? What's coming up tomorrow? Oh, I do have a big PSA reveal coming back. I'm super excited about. I'm gonna start. I have to sell a bunch of cards before the National. I decided to sell cards versus taking them to a trade. I don't think that's the most lucrative way. I think I'd rather have cash in hand and take cash to the National. I'm also going to be there for one day on Thursday, and the primary goal is going to be to get my Panini redemptions done. So I'm super excited about that. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the content today. Hope you are having a great day. It is very, very late, very, very early somewhere. I love the live, man. Maybe I'll try this tomorrow night too. Days are just very hard right now. So we'll see. Again, thank you very much. Boy, I'm doing a video tomorrow on my favorite influencer. You'll see more tomorrow.